On live. Setting up your meeting for a Facebook Live.
We are streaming now.
Broadcast webinar brought to you by Fruity Pebbles, because why not? I don't know. All right. So is it? Oh, cool.
Hey, look, it's on his queue. It's live now.
Okay, so we're find you guys again.
How's it going, everybody?
Hi,
All right,
Sarah.
on my
Sarah.
Facebook.
Oh,
Y'all,
goodness.
you already see the comments?
Yes. Hi, Rochelle.
Sweet. Hi guys. All right. Good
Hey.
evening. Trying
All right,
to
it's been crazy.
bounce back.
Hey, Gail. Oh, Nick. Gail says she loves you. You're so cute.
Ooh.
Oh, I love you too.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Welcome. It's Honey Crew doing some Q&A action with Tabitha and Nick.
Hi, Rochelle.
Hi, Jason.
Hi, Jason.
Hi, Jason.
You. All right, Nick. Mom wants
Wants
to
to
know
know if you have your leg up.
Hi, Jason. Hi, Sarah.
I do not currently. I do not have a leg up. I'm all right though.
Yeah, cool. Well, we did this a couple weeks ago. We're trying to get a little more interactive on the page, as things did I mute myself?
No.
Wow, cool technology. No, there's something on the screen and it's a touch screen, so when I did it, mute popped up. I got this. So
Who left that
anywho,
guy in charge?
yeah, I know, right? Well, see, last time you guys just threw questions at me. This time you're like actually trusting me to moderate this thing.
Now it's the other way around.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay. Anywho, so we got Tabitha and Nick, fellow teammates here with It's Honey Crew. We just wanted to take the opportunity to go live, chat with y'all that been following us around. Things, weather is heating up and stuff like that, and we're going to be having some investigations. We're excited to get back out there. It's been long overdue. I think everyone's excited. We can echo that. I guess I'm supposed to come up with like an icebreaker. All right, so off the cuff here. Let's see. So something for Nick and Tabitha just to start the party. What do we think? How about what would be, from a non-paranormal perspective, what was like one of your favorite places that you visited? Like just like on vacation, traveling or whatever. Just spitball and throw something out there.
Yeah, sure. Tab, do you want to go first? Or you want me?
I would have to say that my favorite place, I absolutely love Niagara Falls. But I have to say my favorite experience has been, I think it was Roatan, where I got to hold a sloth. It's been my favorite.
That was a pretty sweet experience.
That was pretty sweet.
Yeah, so for me, it was in Dixfield, Maine. There's a place called Well Street Inn. And this was back when, before I even knew what, the paranormal was all about. That's where I kind of started my whole adventures with these things. So
Nice.
It's been quite an experience these past couple of years.
Awesome.
Hi, Kim.
Hi, Kim. Yeah, I wrote that.
Hey, babe.
Yay. Hi, Gail. Hi, Rochelle. Ooh, okay. Rochelle just asked a question. So I have some prepared questions as well, but it's awesome. Feel free to pop questions in the live. That will help keep the conversation going. And so we're not grasping at straws and stuff, but also gives you a awesome opportunity to, learn some stuff, find out more about us. So Rochelle says, the creepiest thing that you've experienced. That could be
I'd
either for
say
Tabitha or
that
Nick, whoever
the
wants to go first.
creepiest thing I've ever experienced was probably at the Hinsdale house in Hinsdale, New York. I remember Kim and I were up in Mary's room. It's on the second floor, and we were just by ourselves. I think there was a couple other people maybe downstairs, but I remember we were talking, and Kim was sitting down on the floor, and then about a couple minutes later, they have a coat rack that's in there, and the coat hangers started moving by themselves. That was my creepiest experience I've ever seen.
Nice. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
All right, so creepiest experience. I don't know if it's really creepy, but it's definitely my favorite. Was last year's Paracon during the VIP party. We were setting up and we were in one of the back rooms blowing up balloons with helium, tying strings to them. And everyone had left the room. Brad was just about to leave the room and I felt something touch me on my head, and Brad didn't believe me. And so the next night, the same thing happened to him, but in a different area of two black dogs. So that's definitely pretty creepy to me.
Yeah, that was it was cool to be able to kind of confirm that with having my own experience the following evening. Um, Strange enough, it was as I was going down the stairs. So that it's not when you want to be surprised when you're going down a set of stairs, but yeah, I had the same thing happen to me. I thought I'd walk through a cobweb or something like that, and I immediately was looking around at the ceiling, trying to explain anything, like maybe my hair, it's popped up, maybe I hit the wall with my hair or something, or yeah, I couldn't explain it, but
Nope.
pretty much matched what Tabitha had felt the night before. But,
Yeah,
says hi. Yeah.
Hi.
And Kelsey says their place isn't their place is not your favorite place to visit, Tabitha. Kelsey
of course
said
it is.
all right, I can dig into some.
Any place where there's baby snuggles is always my favorite place to
be. Hi, Nolan. Hi, Tim. Hi, Kelsey.
I just wanted to add a comment just real quick, but Two Black Dogs is pretty haunted. I've been there myself.
Yeah. Yep. I also had a dog lick my leg while I was there too.
Oh my.
That's right, when we're in the bar area.
There.
Yep. Well, it's fitting, lives up to the name. That's in Sanford area. Oh, Standish. Sorry, Standish.
Yeah.
But we've done that's kind of one of the things that we got exposure to early on. Just before we joined the team, we did some public investigations there that Chris had set up, and and we got a chance to have dinner there and then do lights out. It's a very historic building. I think they're moving it, but the Standish Historical Society had set up on the third floor, so there's lots of artifacts from the town when it started. So tons of history there. So that was a cool place. We've investigated there, I think 3 or 4 times now.
Yeah.
All right, let me see if I can dig into these questions you prepped, unless we start seeing some fly through the feed. Feel free to pop those questions in the feed.
Not yet, but your mom's here, Brad. Nick, your mom is watching as well.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, moms.
Hi, all the moms. Yes.
All the moms.
All right, here's a question and maybe you've already touched on it, but we maybe can expound on a little more. Why did you start investigating? Was there something that maybe triggered your interest in starting to be more active and checking things out and wanting to learn more?
Go ahead, Nick.
All right. Well, I'd say that as I was a kid, during the time when I was a kid, I had some certain experiences with a window opening and everything. It was quite creepy. I won't get into it too much, but I think after that moment, after being having ghost hunters being on television and all that, I think that sort of influenced me being a paranormal investigator. They do great work. Ghost Hunters does a great job, especially going into these homes and finding the activity for the clients. So as time went on, I got older, being, almost 10 years in the computer world, I'm a tech support specialist. So, I started off probably about a couple of years ago, and I think it just kind of caught my curiosity after that point. So.
Awesome.
Yeah, I echo what Nick said as far as ghost hunters. Watching that on TV, it's always been something that's always interested me. Always loved watching it. But growing up, I had several experiences that I just couldn't explain. My aunt lived in an old sea captain's house in Union, and in our attic, she had a full drum set that you could hear, being played every night. And there's no way, everyone would say, there's raccoons or there's mice or something. It's mice can't keep time. This isn't Cinderella. They can't hit the bass pedal and a cymbal at the same time. So we were hearing this stuff. And then we also would sit on the couch and watch TV. And of course, this was before remote controls were a thing. and you had to get up and physically change the channel and stuff like that. So the channel would change on its own. But also sitting on the couch, you could see the reflection of the sea captain standing behind you. I remember that, like, it's like one of my earliest memories. So that, I've always been interested in trying to explain why or who or things like that. So.
Awesome. That's some good stuff right there. If you see me looking to the side, it's because I'm trying to monitor the chat at the same time, just keep up to date if there's any new questions popping in as well. So I got my phone off to the side, got the laptop in front of me. Speaking of tech. Speaking of tech, here we go. Perfect. Next question for you guys. What is your favorite piece of equipment to investigate with? Do you have one?
Wow, that's a good one. There's a lot of good equipment out in the field. I think for me personally, it has to be the voice recorder. After doing so many investigations and then reviewing your evidence, your stuff afterwards, you put headphones on, and then it seems like a long time listening to that stuff, but when you do catch it, it's exciting. It really energizes you. So.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's rewarding too. It's like, oh my God, wait, what? And you play it back, and yeah, like you said, it kind of just infuses that energy right away. Yeah. Awesome. How about you, Tabitha?
I have to say that my favorite piece, besides, just my own senses, is probably the SLS camera. We've gotten so many interesting things from that, which is the Connect system, basically from an Xbox. And it gives you a stick figure of anomalies. It can give you some false readings, but it definitely is one of my favorites. The other one, which is super simple, is, and I believe Kim mentioned it last time, was the cat ball. And that one's just really cool because it doesn't take much to set that off. And we've gotten so many good reactions to that. So I think that's definitely one of my favorites.
Absolutely. That's such a fun piece of equipment. It's inexpensive, and it gives you like direct feedback, which is always a nice thing, because you're sitting there in the dark and you want that instant feedback, which it's not an on-demand thing. It's going to happen or not, you never know. And those cat balls are nice to see if they light up when there's no other movement around. It makes you wonder, hey, what was that? Let's get some more people watching. Hi, Christina. Hi, Roy.
So Brad,
how's it going?
Your mom asked a question as well.
Oh, she did? Why
Yep.
Are my comments not loading?
No, I don't know. But she asked if you've ever felt anyone breathe on you while asleep in bed and it's not your partner.
Oh my.
Sounds like she experienced it when she was young. I have to say, I've never felt anybody breathe on me. I can imagine that would probably end up being one of my creepiest experiences if I did.
Yeah, I've never had anyone, I've never felt that when I was in bed, when I've been in bed. I've never felt that at all.
Yikes.
No.
Yeah, I know that wasn't directed at me either, but thankfully I can say I haven't experienced that. That would freak me the heck out. Yeah. Oh man. Okay. Let's see.
I think there was another question in there.
Yeah, is that from Lisa?
Oh no, maybe just us. Okay, I think she was just telling us what she.
No, Lisa says, I'm a medium, but not in the spotlight, but I've always felt spirits or ghosts. And once in a while, she gives readings. Should I start my own paranormal group, or should I seek out another mediums to chime in on my gift? What are your thoughts?
I think you should. It's the more you're into the field, the more you understand it, and the more you learn from it. For you, it might be a little scary, but those moments, there's always ups and downs in life, right? So I think it's absolutely, you should definitely pursue that.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead, Tabby.
Oh no, absolutely. You should always, if you're comfortable exploring your talents or your gifts, definitely go ahead and do it. As far as starting your own paranormal group, I would find out where, I don't know where you're from, Lisa, but see what's already out there in your area. Maybe team up if there's other paranormal groups, team up with them, talk to them, see if you can go on some investigations with them. definitely reach out to other psychics and mediums and, get their advice. It's always good to keep learning and keep crafting your gifts.
Yeah, pretty much. I was going to echo that sentiment. Like it's amazing, because we're only a couple years into it ourselves. So there's so much to learn, and so much stuff that we don't know, but just, either attending events, paracons, or throughout doing these investigations or going to ones that other teams have hosted, we've met a lot of cool people. And it, being it, not knowing it was there, like, it is amazing to see how many groups are actually out there, how many different little communities are there and then can support you and stuff. So that's pretty
Absolutely.
Cool. Yeah. There's Nick. Do you know how many different paranormal teams we have in Maine? I know you're connected to quite a few of them. So.
Oh my, there's a lot. I'd say probably close to about 9 or 10.
Yeah. And they're all over Maine, right? There's some
yeah,
way up north.
And that's including us.
Maine.
So
yeah.
Right.
That's really cool.
With my comments.
So Kelsey has a question as well. It says, have you ever gotten freaked out or scared during an investigation? And have you thought about giving up future investigations? Oh gosh. I'd say I haven't thought about giving it up. This is something that I absolutely enjoy doing, whether it's helping out families or doing it just for us to keep honing our skills. But as far as scared or freaked out, there was one instance where we were at the Shanley, and we were doing a voice box session in one of the rooms, and one of the girls that was with us started feeling like she was being choked, and we were telling the spirit, you do not have permission to touch this girl, do not touch her, and all that. It refused to let her go. So I had to physically remove her from the room. I had to pull her out and take her out of the situation, out of the house, even take her out, get her grounded. So that, I think that's been the most terrifying instance, but it didn't make me want to give up. I went right back upstairs and was eager to find out what was going on.
Yeah, I can't say that I've had an experience yet where I wanted to give up. At least from my side, I find the paranormal field to be quite exciting. But there's always that moment, and it hasn't happened yet, and I don't think I'm ever going to give up that anyway.
Awesome. All right, so I don't know if my comments are up to date or not, but that's all I see currently, so I'll go to some of the other prepared ones. We did have a couple submitted before the live. We got one from Gail Dorman. All right, cursor, stop moving things around. Yay, touchscreen on my laptop. Okay, so what are some things that you do when you first arrive at a location for an investigation?
I think from my perspective, I like to do what's called a K2 sweep. So basically just going around the building and see if it picks up any sort of K2 activity, which is electromagnetic fields. That's, of course, you gotta, look out for certain things, whether it's, old electrical in the building, or, if it's Wi-Fi that's causing those electromagnetic fields. There's so many different things to look out for when you're using a K2, but I like to do a sweep first just to see if it, if and when there is activity, where is it coming from?
That's a good point.
I definitely have to echo that. We kind of want to also get like a baseline reading of kind of things, what's going on. If we're doing a home place, a home investigation, find out where the hot spots are, talk to the people to find out, what they're experiencing and where they're experiencing it. I think it's important to know where they are getting most of the activity. So.
Nice. Yeah, no, that's a great point. Like I'd like to echo that too. Like being aware of the surroundings, kind of like the whole property, taking it all in and just being cognizant of what's around. Are you by train tracks? Are you under power lines? Are helping to get all those details up front before you kind of dive into it. I think goes a long way to maybe also explaining some weird things that may be happening, whether it's an EMF field or things of that nature. So
Yeah, exactly.
looks like Jacqueline Filion has a question. Hi, Mom. Says, did you ever think of coming to Ontario? We do have a haunted house here. And so once the borders are open, we would be glad to have you. Ontario is a big place. I assume there's tons of haunted locations. But I'll throw that back to you guys. That's the question.
Well,
I
I
know
mean,
for a fact that they are only an hour away from Niagara Falls. So
Yeah.
no, I don't think I ever want to go there.
Hey, get your passport ready.
I think for me, I because I've never been to Ontario before, but I'm sure there's plenty of uncharted territory that's never even been investigated before.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely. That would take some research for sure. But
Yep.
sounds like maybe she has some insider info. She knows of a haunted house in Ontario. So,
All right, Jackie, got some homework for you to do.
yeah. All right. I have any other questions? Feel free to keep popping them in here. Oh, here we go. We got one from Chris. Hi, Chris. How's it going?
Hello.
Can't wait to see you. We miss everyone. Chris says, if you could investigate any place in the world, what place would you pick? That's an awesome question because the possibilities are quite endless.
It's quite endless, but I'd have to say easy for me is Waverly.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh gosh. Any place in the world. Gosh. I don't know. I want to say like Scotland or Ireland, just like some of the castles out that way, I think would be amazing.
That would be really cool. Lisa says, thank you for the advice.
You're welcome, Lisa.
Thank
You're
you for the
welcome.
What we're
question.
all here for.
Yeah,
We're a parent
absolutely.
community.
Ooh, all right. We got my mom replied with what? But I think because of the delay, she's probably in reference to Tabby saying she didn't want to visit up
I
there
don't
or
want to go there.
something.
No, never.
You
Yeah.
know. Awesome question, Chris. Thank you for that. Tons of locations to check out. Woohoo, cool. We have a question from Kelly Miller. Says, hi friends, miss y'all. Come to Pennsylvania. We can catch up again soon.
Oh, miss you too, Kelly.
Yes.
Oh man, Gettysburg.
Gettysburg.
Yeah, hopefully that
Love.
goes down this year, the Battlefield Bash. That'd be great.
Yeah, I think we're going whether or not it does, so it doesn't matter. We're going.
Yes. Yeah.
We did last year. We
There's
didn't let
so
COVID
many
stop
things,
us.
so many things to take a look at there. So much history.
Yeah, there's so many things that we didn't get to experience at Gettysburg. And
Yes.
hopefully this next time when we go, we'll be able to explore those things. We'll definitely have some plans for us.
Yes, absolutely.
Good call. Chris says we'll be there in June. Ooh.
He will.
Woohoo. Nice.
So Kelsey also
yeah.
had put in our chat, I know you traveled to various states, but have you ever considered visiting another country to do investigations? That'd be an interesting cultural experience. So yeah, that kind of goes along with the whole where in the world. We could do a where in the world is It's Haunted Crew instead of Carmen San Diego.
That would be cool. Where in the world is Carmen San Diego? Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Be awesome. Let's see. I got another one from Gail Dorman. Let's see. Is there a lot of equipment that we typically use on an investigation?
I think it varies as far as like where
Yeah.
we're going. And based on the need. I know we try to use as little as possible. But based on whatever we need, I mean, we always have our voice recorders and our K2s with us at the minimum.
Yeah, I think for me, it's, every scenario is different. So you could be just, let's just keep it simple and see, what we can catch. And then there are times where we're like, okay, well, let's pull out another piece of equipment. And then, all of a sudden we're using, 7, 8 different devices. And
Right.
Yeah. Bring all the cases in. Yeah. I think a good point of that is also depending on the space, like how big it is, are you going to have lots of interference with certain types of devices or technology?
Exactly.
So definitely the environment lends a lot to our decisions on that, I think.
Yeah.
Nothing there, but I have more prepared questions. Yeah. Oh, man, Gail is firing them off. Gail Dorman, another question. When we investigate, do we set up in different rooms?
Go ahead, Nick. I'll let you start this one.
So wait, what was the question again?
The question is, well, and I think the document was nice shorthand, but to expound on it, I believe the question is, when we do an investigation, do we typically set up in different rooms at the same time? Or are we all together when we investigate? Like, do we kind of split up or
I
try to
mean,
tackle
I
multiple
guess it
areas?
depends on the space that you have. Like, take for instance, we were on the destroyer, which is the USS Salem, plenty of space to separate each other, and not a whole lot of stuff echoes unless you're like 10, 20 feet apart. But in the case of, like, if it's a house and you're investigating, you can't really be in two different places unless it's really, really insulated, where the sound's not coming through. So in the case of where it's a house, you definitely want to be close to each other. That way, you don't take into something that's not there. You know what I mean? So, like, if we hear some steps, like we hear somebody walking upstairs, but nobody's upstairs, that's just an example. That's something that, okay, but well, because we're all down in one area, what's really going on the floor above us?
Yeah, and we will put some pieces of equipment by itself. Like, we'll leave a voice recorder in a room for a whole investigation versus carrying it around with us, because if we're not in an area, it will pick up whatever, if a spirit happens to be active while we're not there. So we do investigate multiple rooms at a time. So
Nice, excellent. I keep trying to refresh the comments, go back out, come back in.
yeah, Chris says, is there any place you would not investigate?
I was going to say that.
I can't think of a place. I mean, obviously, I honestly, I cannot think of a place I would go anywhere myself,
As far as actual place, I'd probably go. I can't think of a place that I would not go to. I mean, there may be areas of a place that I won't go into,
right?
But I know I've been much more. I want to say I've been a little bit more brave as of recent. Like, when we went to Fort Knox, I was more than happy to go sit in a room by myself with bats flying around my head. So I'm definitely getting much more comfortable with the solo stuff too. So I can't say that there's not a place that I would not go to.
Nice, awesome. Hi, Jerry. Jerry says hi. Para
Hi,
family. And yep, Chris and Jason chimed in as well. They're going to be doing this Q&A next week as well. Other members of our team. And Chris had asked that question. Jacqueline Filion says, have you ever been alone in a room and something has happened? Made a reference to being alone in a room with bats, but you can.
Yeah, I didn't get touched by a bat or a spirit in that room. Thank goodness. I've never been alone in a room and had actually something happen yet.
Yeah, and I've tested those waters myself in different locations. I've been in a room, but nothing has happened ever. Honestly, I think it really depends, again, on which area you're in, how haunted it is. Because for some, if you're in a room by yourself, the spirits may not want to interact with you at all, versus, oh, okay, there's more people here, we can communicate, we can talk,
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm getting pushed to that some point. I think, because I'm always hesitant to go into a place by myself. I'm like, partners, teamwork, don't be by yourself. But maybe someday. Yeah, I got smacked in the head with a bat. But yeah, we did get. Kim. Is that Kim? Well, yeah, Fort Knox. Yeah, that's definitely the closest I've ever been to bats. Walking down those tunnels in the pitch dark, and you just feel the And he's like, what the crap? But yeah, you got bats zipping up and down those tunnels. They have a good home there.
I got a classic video of a bat like almost swinging me to the side of the face. I jumped right out of my skin.
We got some great videos of that. How about, let's see. Yes. Hi, Sean. Hi, Phyllis. Hi, Chris. Kim. Devin says he so wants to be part of this crew someday. Let's see. Ooh, here we go. Holly Brent says, hi, Nick Cates. Best high school buddy right there. If given the opportunity to investigate another historical location that you have not yet, where would you go? USS Constitution has mad activity, and I'd love to go myself again.
I've never actually heard of the USS Constitution. I'll have to look it up. But if there's any historical location I'd want to visit, it would probably be what's that one in Pennsylvania, the asylum? What's that one called?
Well, you got Waverly, but that's Louisville. Eastern State Pen.
Yes, yes, Eastern State.
Eastern State Penitentiary.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely that one.
Yeah, I think I agree there. Definitely want to go there, but
well, here's a good one. So she was stating something like historical.
Yep.
I don't think anyone's ever investigated the White House. How would that be?
That would be pretty cool to be the first ones to do that.
Yeah, what kind of clearance would you need to get that on board?
I mean, I have state of Maine clearance. Does that count as clearance?
Oh, there's that Penhurst. Penhurst?
Penhurst. That's the one.
Okay. Yeah. Penhurst. Yeah, I've heard of that. But yes, we also had the pipe tobacco smell at Fort Knox.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was really cool because Fort Knox, when we were investigating, that one of the claims was to was a caretaker who did like landscaping there forever that had passed away there. Like he would smoke like cherry tobacco or like cherry cigars. And when we were investigating, amongst all the bats and stuff like that, we got a very intense smell of that smoke. And like, it was just
yeah, it was pretty cool.
Really neat experience.
Hello, Single D.
Hi, Single D. What's up, dude? Let's see. We got, well, this was already kind of answered. Like, if you could investigate anywhere, where would that be? How's about, where is your favorite location that you've investigated? Do you have one?
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Favorite location that I've already, I have to say the USS Salem. It's just so much history there, so much energy. It's definitely, it feels like home when we're there. It's like, it's very welcoming. So I have to say that's one of my favorites.
Yeah, by far, I'm gonna have to agree with Tab on that one. I would definitely say USS Salem is my favorite place and is a second home to me. For all of us, actually. The amount of stuff that we've captured from the sounds of hey, I remember this one time where I think it was Kim took the picture and it was in mess hall 3, and there was a picture of a dark shadow in that area, and we were we took pictures after that. We took back-to-back pictures, but we were unable to debunk it. And that was, just the start of our adventures at USS Salem, and there's many more to come.
Yeah. Yes, no absolutely.
Yeah, we've been there twice now, but it feels like we've been there more, which is awesome. Yeah. Like you said, it's very welcoming. Great news. I'm getting a bunch of questions here in the chat, so we got some fresh ammo for you guys to shoot back here at the Q&A. Thanks for popping the questions. We appreciate that. Keep them coming as long as these guys want to keep talking. All right. So Phyllis, Tabby's on. There is an asylum in Sheboygan, Wisconsin that is haunted. I guess that's not a question. It's more of a statement. Sorry.
All
My
right,
bad.
get us the info on Pee Wee.
Yeah, hey, you know what? I'm a huge cheese fan, so Wisconsin, wouldn't be adverse.
Yeah.
But okay,
On
do have.
locations, cheese. I mean, how could you go wrong?
Oh my God, right? You have beer and brats. I mean, rock on. All right, I do have a question. That was a statement. My bad. From
No way.
Lisa. Um, she says, "Do you guys ever get ghost stuff happening during the day?" She won't say where she works currently, but they've had their names called, full body shadows, and especially for those who don't believe. So, ghost or paranormal activity during the day.
I'd say definitely. We've definitely
Mhm.
caught stuff during the day. Great example of that would be Lakewood.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Like spirits don't just come out at night. It just the reason that it seems like more activity happens at night is because everyone's resting. There's not as much activity going around. People are more relaxed, more receptive to that. We're not being active and crazy and just running around like we do during the day. So yeah, there's activity all the time. Ghosts don't just sleep during the day and come out at night, but it just appears that you get more activity at night um, due to the silent nature of things. You're more open and receptive to that stuff.
Not only that, but when you're doing a night investigation, it's all about the quiet time too.
Yeah.
So you don't have all the traffic going on during the day, but even during the day, it's like I said, you can definitely catch stuff during the day.
Absolutely.
Yep. All right. Thank you for that. Holly has another question. Says, sorry to bombard. You're definitely not bombarding. We
No,
appreciate the
definitely not.
questions.
That's
It
what we're
gives
here
us
for.
topics to continue on. So no, we appreciate that. But she says, what's your favorite evidence that you've caught so far?
Oh gosh.
That's a good one.
I think at least my favorite evidence is at Lakewood Theater. Being able to capture a few of those EVPs. I don't know if you guys got a chance to listen to them, but those are absolutely incredible. What we caught over at Lakewood Theater.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I listened to a couple of those. I sent them over to the lady there, and she was very impressed with the EVPs once I was able to explain the whole situation around them. Because first, when I sent them, it was here's some EVPs, and she didn't know the background as far as what we were doing, what was going on. But once she had that background, she was pretty impressed too.
I think so. It looks like Holly asked, if given the opportunity to investigate local schools, would you? If given the opportunity, I would. She mentioned Lawrence, which we both went to Lawrence High School.
Nice.
So hope you're doing well, Holly. I'd say, I guess it all depends on the energy that's at the high school, as with any location, really. Whether there's so many different desks in one school versus another. Let's say there's no desk, but you get people saying, well, I hear walking when nobody's there and blah 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 blah. It all depends on the energy for each type of location. So
exactly. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I wouldn't rule out a school if given the opportunity. Obviously, I'd go.
Yep. All right. Lisa says, have we ever caught different color orbs? She's seen purple, blue, and white. So like, I know typically when you think of orbs, you think maybe just like a white orb or a black orb, but apparently she has seen different color orbs and wanted to know if we've ever seen some.
I haven't seen anything of that nature. I think for me personally, when it comes to orbs, I'm not a big fan of orbs because it can be put as it's a dust orb, or it's light reflecting off of something that's making the colors of those orbs. But everybody has a different opinion about them.
Yep.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, they're one of those things that they're hard to explain, seemingly can be debunked fairly easily, but then at the same time, you don't know if there's not that answer of, say, a car headlights in the window or a dust orb. from an old dusty room or something. What is it? It could be something for sure. All right. So, Phyllis says that she sure will, and I think that's in reference to getting some more info on that asylum in Sheboygan. So
Gail also asked how much investigation of a location do we do before we go?
Mhm.
And I would say, as far as I personally haven't done a whole lot of research on a whole lot of things, because I kind of like to go in with a blank slate a little bit. Kind of want, yes, when I get to certain locations, I want to know like where the hotspots are and what people have got, but I don't want to know the full details. I want to see what I experience and then see how it compares to what the other folks have gotten for experiences.
Yeah, I mean, I think Tab hit the nail on the head on that one, which is, I'd rather go in kind of blind, just to kind of experience some of the things that people have been experiencing in those same areas, and say, hey, this happened to me. And they come back and say, yeah, that same thing happened to me too, so, it kind of gives you that sort of, I guess, I'm losing my words here, but
No, I get what you mean. Like, you don't want to go with any preconceived notions about
right, like it gives you that validation. That's the word I was looking for.
Yes,
definitely. Yep. All right. So good stuff. Thanks for all the questions, guys. We appreciate it. Hi, Missy. Missy says, hey guys.
Hey, Missy.
What's up? Holly says they bet more of their money on the kindergarten class. And have we ever investigated the Strand Theater in Skowhegan?
No, we want to.
I hear lots of things.
Absolutely. That's one of the places I've actually messaged before, but they haven't gone back to me. I think, with everything going on, we're still trying to get, back to normal as much as we can be. So they might be tight for, getting people in there, but definitely we want to go into the Strand Theater in Skowhegan.
Yeah, I hear a lot of history there.
Brad, your mom also asked if we would investigate a cemetery or mausoleum. Absolutely. We've done Acorn Cemetery here in Rockland. Had some pretty weird experiences with the drone, just deciding it wanted to stop in front of a particular tombstone that was all by itself, no other tombstones around it. And we heard things going like in that cemetery as well. So absolutely. Looks like Gail has another question too.
Oh, sweet. Where?
Do you have a lot? Do you do a lot of investigation of a location before you actually do? We just kind of answered that one.
Kind of touched on that, yeah. Like yes and no. I mean, you kind of want to have a little bit of the history. It's nice to have some background, but as far as the actual paranormal happenings and things of that nature, it's nice to maybe not necessarily go in with a fully loaded idea of, oh, this could happen. You kind of want to be able to let it come to you and not manifest it because you're like, oh, they said this happened, so it's gonna happen.
Right. I'd say even after you've done your investigating and you reviewed your evidence, you can go back and say, okay, what's happened on this ship? And you can go and you can find articles everywhere or that's just a location. But I'm just saying, in other areas, let's say it's a mansion or something, you go and you find history on it afterwards, oh my goodness, this is what I found. This validates me. That stuff's really cool when you go and you do your research.
You have a cat? Oh, you got two cats. You got all three?
There you go, Nick. There's a Gronk sighting for you.
There's Gronk. Man,
she has all three cats.
All three cats.
Next to me when we started. Man.
Sidetrack, sorry.
She's got all three cats on the bed behind her.
That's usually
cat power.
That's usually where they are. They don't go too far from mommy.
All right. I'm going to refresh this and see if I get any more questions.
I haven't seen any more.
Anything new? Yeah, feel free if you guys are still with us. We've been going for about 45 minutes and we certainly appreciate that, but this just gives us the opportunity to reach out to you guys, to talk. Yes, kitties. But I mean, we're excited to get back into some investigations. We're starting to fill up the calendar here as the year goes on. Oh, here we go. Holly says, have any of you ever been followed home?
Yes.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yikes. Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Story time.
So speaking of Acorn Cemetery, first time we went over there, we as a team, we normally, when we leave a location, we will tell spirits, thank you for letting us come. We appreciate the opportunity. Thank you for letting us into your home, things like that. However, we were, we didn't think about it, and we actually left the cemetery without saying that. That night, after everybody had left my house, Brad and I were sitting on the couch. Screen door was open, and I heard personally, come outside. Brad heard a voice, but didn't sound, as far as I remember, did not sound like a real voice to him. But to me, I heard come outside. I was like, okay, Jay, or, I thought it was one of our friends outside. I was like, no, that's fine. Whatever. And then nobody was out there. I went outside. There was nothing. At that point, I quickly told whatever it was to leave. It was not welcome in my home. And I've never heard anything again on that. So yeah.
Knock on wood. Nick.
Yeah, I've never had that happen before. Knock on wood. I've never had anybody,
Absolutely.
follow me home from that. So
yeah, definitely a scary thought, and something that could potentially happen anytime you go out there, put yourself out there and do an investigation. You never really know, but we try, one of the biggest things that we like to do or pride ourselves on as a team is being respectful of the location, and try to take precautions as best you can. So things, don't happen like that.
right. And, to add to, Brad and Tab's stuff of what they said, basically, if you're ever doing an investigation, you're just kind of curious, I would just, near the end of the investigation, you're about ready to leave. Just make your intentions clear, just say, hey, you need to stay here. You can't follow me home, and go from there. I think, when you set those kinds of intentions, they'll leave you alone.
Yep.
Yeah, that goes a long way for sure. We have Bethany McKay. How's it going? Hi. Says, I feel like you guys should check out Battleship Cove in Fall River, Mass. It's so cool, and I feel like you would have a good night. I spent the night there with my Girl Scout troop once, and it was sure eventful.
Isn't that where USS Salem used to be, was in Battleship Cove?
I believe so, before they moved it, yes.
Yeah.
If I'm not. And funny enough, when I was in Boy Scouts growing up, I also spent the night in Battleship Cove as well. We got to spend the night on one of the ships, and that was really cool.
Oh wow, cool.
I think it was the USS Massachusetts, Battleship Massachusetts, I think. But they also had like a submarine there in the cove as well, and stuff like that. So that's a really cool spot. But I mean, back then I didn't really pay attention to paranormal stuff. That wasn't something I was interested in at the time. So Lord knows all the stuff that was around me that I wasn't aware of at the time. Yeah, USS Massachusetts. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Holly says the stuff is so interesting and fascinating. I find what y'all do so amazing.
Well, definitely once we start having our public investigations, or maybe start doing some of our meet and greet type of things where we meet in like a cemetery and go over some of our equipment, things like that. You guys are definitely welcome to join us. We'll be doing some small, very, very small groups. We've found that the bigger the group, the more contamination of evidence that there is. So we definitely don't want too many people, but we would love to help others have these experiences, especially if you're interested in them.
Yeah, and these in these events, once we have all the details worked out, We're going to make these public investigations, probably keep it to, what do you think, Tad? Maybe like 5 people or so, just to kind
Yeah,
of keep the
I
group
would definitely
small.
want it like with the team members and additional folks. I wouldn't want more than, because there's a total 6 of us if we're all together. I definitely wouldn't want more than like one person for each of us.
Yeah.
So no more than 12
Yeah. And
total with us.
and we'll make this public event completely for free. All you have to do is just drive out there.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, those will be great opportunities for meetups and learning things and just sharing and meeting people too. So that's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I don't have any new questions in the chat. I don't know if there's anything we want to talk about specifically that maybe we have coming up, if we want to share anything, or we can right now we're slated for the Paracon. We could maybe mention, or just a little plug there, because as it gets closer, obviously we want to really advertise that. And I know it's kind of a moving target, as it has been because of the COVID scenario and regulations and stuff. So unfortunately last year we had to cancel it, and we tried moving it to the fall, and then but our goal is we're having it this year, and we have a date in the books.
Yeah. So as of right now, it is June 11th would be our VIP event, which is going to be limited due to space and restrictions and things like that. So that would be a kind of like a meet and greet with some of the other para community that is going to be at the convention. There'll be some light hors d'oeuvres and things like that. And then Saturday, June 12th, is the actual convention that we are planning to have at the Clarion Hotel in Portland, which is right next to the train station.
Right next to the Amtrak.
Right next to the Amtrak. So travel is going to be is great, ample parking. But so the Paracon, the actual convention, will be there. That's during the day, and then at night, I believe we're still trying to plan on an investigation somewhere in the area. We don't have any details on that as of yet. But we do have that. And this year we are also teaming up. Any additional funds raised above and beyond the cost of actually putting on this convention is going to be donated to the National Suicide Awareness Association. There's just too many people out there that we've lost due to suicide. We want to get help out there for the survivors, as well as anybody who's thinking of those thoughts. So we definitely want to we're going to team up with them. We may also be having a couple of raffles at the Paracon. We're going to try to find some unique equipment for you guys to possibly purchase raffle tickets for. So we've also talked about doing a 50-50. So it's all kinds of things for you guys. I believe Lauren Coleman of the Cryptozoology Museum in Portland, it's a mouthful, is supposed to be there. So as well as a few other big names, and hopefully soon, I'm really hoping very soon we'll actually have an answer for you guys as far as if we're going to go ahead in June, or we do have a backup date of in the fall. So
awesome. Yeah, stay tuned. We'll obviously keep all that stuff up to date and post it on our Facebook. As far as the definite times and guests and all the goodies and all the stuff. So because that's part of it, is we want people to come because it's such a cool event. We're able to do it a couple of years ago in our first one, and it was a blast. So we got some
Brad, it looks like there's a couple more questions. So
yeah, I was going to dive into those if you guys want.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right. First of all, good night, Nick. I love you from Kaylina. So
Oh, good night, Kayleen. I love you
Good night,
too.
Karen.
good night, Kay. All right. So as far as the USS Massachusetts, Bethany says she always had that sense. Her daughter as well. They did about 10 years ago, and they slept very little on the boat. So sounds like they had some interesting experiences there. Bethany says the GS camp in Bridgeton is a good one as well, the farmhouse in particular.
GS is Girl Scouts.
Well, doy. I was like, I don't know what the GS stands for. Like Girl Scout camp. Okay, that makes a heck of a lot more sense,
Yeah, no worries.
especially when you tie it back to the Girl Scout sleepover on the boat. It makes. All right. So Girl Scout camp in Bridgeton. That sounds like a
Sounds
maybe
like a
something
place
to
to share.
take a look at. Okay. Jackie, aka Mom, says, would you ever show videos of your experiences?
Absolutely, yeah. We do try to post evidence on our Facebook page. Absolutely.
Yeah, and you know, when I create these videos, you know, I could take upwards of 6 hours. And this is I do it all in my own free time. So keep an eye
And
out
we
for
love
those
you for it,
videos.
Nick. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Yes. Go Nick. Yeah, that's the thing too. We're doing all this in our free time. I mean, we all have normal jobs that we do, 40 hours a week and stuff or more for some
Yes.
people. So, it's a passion of ours and stuff, but, trying to collect that evidence, compile it. It's nice when we're at a location when we can do like actual live videos. And we've tried to do some in the past. Obviously, places like USS Salem, it's a little hard as far as reception. When you're in a big metal container like that, the reception cuts in and out. So, but I did do, I think the first time we were there, I did like a live for about a half an hour, just walking on the top deck, just showing people the boat and stuff, because it was such a cool experience to be able to share. But yeah, I mean, we've talked about, I don't know if we've gotten it off the ground yet, but we've talked about putting stuff on like a YouTube channel with our findings and stuff like that. But if we'll continue with that,
it's one
or
of the
for
things that's
findings.
in the works. Absolutely. It's just
Yeah.
there's so much to do, so little time.
Yeah.
And we do have a YouTube channel. I think I made that probably last year or something.
Yeah.
So I will post a link later tonight
There we
to
go.
our YouTube channel, and feel free to subscribe. I mean, we'll put more videos on there as time
Yeah.
goes on.
Yeah.
Get more new content and stuff like that. Let's see. Last one for now. I've heard a lot of claims that many active places are more active due to the lack of living presence because of COVID. Have we heard about this, or have we personally experienced it?
I've never heard of this. I mean, it's absolutely possible because they're not getting anybody in there. For example, the Oliver House, which is in Middleborough, Massachusetts, because you don't have anybody there for such a long amount of time, could actually stir up the activity in such a place. So, absolutely.
Yeah, I believe that. My personal opinion would be that spirits need energy to manifest, to do their own thing. The less energy there is, the less active they're going to be. So they're not actually overly active when people aren't there. So when, like you said, the Oliver House hadn't had people in there for a while, and now suddenly, now they're starting to do more tours and things like that. So now they're getting that energy from the people, from the electronic devices and things like that. So now they're able to be more active again. And, for those spirits that are not just residuals, that are actually interact with you, I feel they get excited that they, hey, there's somebody here. I want to be acknowledged. Hey, there's somebody here. I want them to acknowledge me. I can get them, now. So I feel that now that because of COVID, they kind of went into a hibernation, and now we're like finally getting back out there and waking them up, per se.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Hi, Travis. Hi, Tammy. Yep. Watching. Cool.
Hello.
Holly
Hey,
says they got
Travis.
a cool video from an overnight when they were a scout there at the Girl Scout camp. sounds like they may have caught some cool things in the past.
Sweet.
Yeah, I don't know if that's about it. If we want to just keep shooting the
I
you know
don't
what,
know. I
or
mean,
you want to call it.
I think, we've
People
been on
tired
for,
of us at this point. It's been an hour.
it
Well, I
has
mean,
been an hour.
do we want to announce the next location we're going at?
We can tell
I
folks
don't-
where we're going.
I don't see why not.
I don't
Like,
see
I
why
mean,
not.
is there anything that would, yeah,
So
Sure.
there's going to be a small group of us that is going to the SK Pierce mansion. We'll be doing some investigating from there. Right now, I believe it's just Nick, myself, and Kim that are going. I know Chris and Jason were questionable. Well, Chris was questionable. Jason was not able to go. And then Brad's got other commitments, so he can't go.
I mean, I could,
Yes.
just logistically is a nightmare, but yeah.
Yeah, so we have a home case coming up as well at the end of April. That one, we won't be able to disclose too many details about that, just because it's a very personal case. We don't want to put them out there. We may be able to discuss some experiences or whatever, but we can't give you like location. We can't give you names. We won't be doing a live. We probably won't be posting any specific evidence. But yeah, so we've got that. We've got USS Salem in May. So of course we're all very excited about that one. I think that's actually the first time in forever, Frozen reference, that the whole team, all 6 of us, are actually going to be back together.
Yeah, no, it's been a while, unfortunately.
It's been, gosh,
too long,
way too long. And then I believe we're going to Swans Island the following weekend. So
be a busy May.
Yeah,
really
and
looking
then in
forward
June we have
to
Paranormal.
Swans Island.
Yes, Swans Island is going to be awesome.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So yeah, those are our upcoming items. Of course, we are planning the last 2 of our members, Jason and Chris, to do an interview with them next week. We'll give you a time and date as soon as we discuss that in details. It will probably be Thursday night at 8 p.m. probably. I don't know. I can't.
Seems to work well. With the first one we did was a Thursday. This one was a Wednesday, just because scheduling stuff. But I think 8 seems to be a good time for people, and gives you a chance to get dinner. Tammy says they never leave. COVID just made us stay away.
Exactly.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
True. Yeah. And where is it? So I'm assuming maybe that was in reference to the SK Pierce mansion. That's in Massachusetts. I forget the town name.
I don't know off the top of my head. I'd have to look.
Let me check the calendar. I could tell.
I forget. Yeah, you probably knowing you at the calendar, you probably put the street address in there and stuff. So.
Yeah, I did. It's
cue the Google Maps.
Yeah, it's in Gardner, Mass.
Gardner, Mass. There you go. SK Pierce Mansion in Gardner, Mass. That's the next one in just a couple weeks. So, thank you. I don't know if we want to wrap things up. How you guys feeling?
I think so.
Yeah. Fair enough.
That's good.
Yeah, I mean, definitely thank you for everyone that did watch, took time out of your evening, and able to chime in, give us stuff to interact with. We appreciate that. Give us an outlet to talk to y'all, and encourage you too. Let us know where you want us to go next for investigations. Just hit us up on our page, comment on the video. Tammy says, "I need investigation." Like, whoa. Yeah, I agree. I know it feels like it's been a while. Even though we've been able to do a few here and there, overall, obviously, it's been a lot more quiet recently. So, but hopefully we can ramp things up and get some sense of normalcy. And don't you hate hearing that? But whatever. We'll figure it out. We got this. Everyone stay positive. Everyone stay positive.
Yeah. So for my closing words, just thank you for watching us. We've been quite active over these past couple of years, so we got some stuff to really look forward to, and we want you guys to be a part of the ride. So just stay safe, stay healthy out there, and talk to you guys soon.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks everybody. We we couldn't do it without you guys. All of your support and all that, and we definitely look forward to getting back out there with everybody. and just keep watching our page for announcements coming up. Sorry, I'm being distracted by cats. One more quick look. I'll give you guys one more quick look.
Kitties, all three of them, man.
There's my babies. Oh,
Gronk just ran away.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you guys so much. I hope you all have a great evening. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. And we will be back next week.
Ready.
All right.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Thanks a lot, all. Have a wonderful evening. Stay safe.
Yes. Bye.
How do you end?